I think for the Nuggets, if the Nuggets want to try to win, like I said, try to rest up Jokic and Murray as much as possible. Because they'll probably have to play some high minutes again to try to pull out another win. If anyone else shows up, that'd be great. But you got to have Jokic playing at a high level and Murray at a high level to try to win on the road. And for the Heat, and the others have to step up. And is it fair for me to say that I'm expecting even more Jimmy Butler? Because even though he played decent in these types of games, I'm still expecting a little bit more. For example, there were some matchups that Jimmy had where I'm like, okay, go. Like, for example, like, Brown should not be able to, like, if Jimmy sees Brown on him, all right, barbecue chicken. I'm not talking about Bruce Brown. I'm talking about the other one, the one that had 15 tonight. Like, if I see him barbecue chicken, okay, I need to go in. And I look, Jimmy just hesitates sometimes, man. I need him to go ahead and just stay aggressive, and good things happens when he's aggressive. Like, have him touch the ball and just do his thing. That's my thing for Jimmy. Is that fair? Am I being like too hard on Jimmy? Or all right, I don't want to seem unfair, but that's just my. You're clearly the franchise player of the team. You and Bam. Bam had it. He had as greatest game as he's normally did these past two games. He had 22 and 17, but still.
For like the first time in a long time, it's more so I have to get on Jimmy than Bam. Like, Bam is doing what he's for the most part supposed to do. He's being aggressive because the offense kind of works with him to be able to make plays or go get a basket. Jimmy, on the other hand, he was a little bit more aggressive tonight. He scored a little bit more, but he hasn't been that, all right, I'm going to take over the game single-handedly. And maybe that's like fatigue. Maybe that's his ankle. He had the ankle injury in New York, but we haven't had like that type of Jimmy explosion for the most part. And I'm hoping that we see that eventually. Even tonight, like, there were some matchups where I'm like, okay, he caught his rhythm a little bit, going to the basket, getting his turnaround jumper. But I feel like Jimmy's so good at making plays for the guys. I know he trusts the guys, but he needs to impose his will a little bit to just kind of like, not even because he needs to like score 40, score 50, whatever. If he does, I feel like that really puts us in a good position. But at the same time, I know that he's going to make the right play every time. But I feel like he should, at least in some moments of the game, in some stretches, all right, this is all Jimmy time. This is all Jimmy buckets. And every time I'm going to go to the rim with two hands, so I'm trying to dunk on somebody every time. Just to put the fear in the Nuggets defense, to be able to like get them to shift a little bit. Like, every time if Jimmy goes down, let's say he gets couple of possessions back to back, he goes to the hoop 3 times in a row, and you know, he's trying to get right to the rim, get a shot up, get a layup, get a dunk, whatever. He does it like consecutively, like 3 times in a row, and he drives again. I feel like the defense, especially if he's getting the shots that he wants, the defense is going to be like, all right, we got to pick up, we got to help, so Jimmy can't get to the basket easy. So then it kind of opens things up for everybody else, because now you're like, all right, Jimmy's in takeover time, but really he can be either a scorer or a distraction. And now we can get into our offense. Like, he had a couple passes out to Kevin, and Kevin was able to knock 3 down here, knock 3 down there. But he, you know, I feel like if he is just hunting for shots a little bit more, it always puts us in a better position. Always puts the Heat, other guys, in position to be able to have an easier shot. And I'm like Max Strus, for example, benefits so much from Jimmy's penetration and then getting an open corner 3, especially the first couple of games. Like, all right, the Nuggets were not like awake on defense, and now they kind of are aware of things. But now Jimmy, if he shifts a little bit, does that type of, all right, I'm gonna take over for a second, and then the defense kind of soaks into him, it's gonna be a problem because they can't leave 4 guys out on the perimeter outside of like Bam, and if you leave Bam open, we can just lob it up to him, or he's able to knock down the mid range. Like it's good that Bam is. I want Bam to continue being aggressive, but Jimmy has to be even more aggressive now. It's kind of funny to say that because I'm like, for the longest I was like, Bam has to like take shots. He has to, if he's getting to that free throw line, he has to take it. And how he is, but we need Jimmy to be the aggressive one, even more so than usual.
Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, all those great points, man. I'm not even sure I should even mention this too, but all right. So, did you hear what Skip Bayless said? Skip Bayless.
Nah.
Okay, so he was kind of criticized for this. He kind of put it out there in the stratosphere, some private news about Jimmy.
Oh,
yeah, you know
I do remember this. Yeah,
okay. He was kind of criticized for that. I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not. Either way, it's something definitely private though. But like, if that turns out that is true, I take back everything I said. You know what I'm saying? Because that's tough to deal with, like something going on that's a private issue while playing a game of basketball. So again, I don't even want to say it because I don't even know it's true. I don't even want to put that out there. But like, if y'all interested, you can look it up yourself or watch the clip. But that could be, but I'm not sure.
Yes. I'm not sure. I haven't really researched that.
I mean, that's what I was doing too. There's no official news about that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful with stuff like that. Reporting.
It makes me it's like the Andrew Wiggins situation. People speculate.
Exactly.
They say this and a rumor goes out. It's nothing at all like that. Right. So I don't know what that situation is. So I'll wait to, get the official news from trustworthy source.
Yeah, more trustworthy source for real.
Just saying.
Same. So with that though, we talked about what the Heat and the Nuggets need to do. I can see the Heat winning this game. I can. I still stick with Nuggets in 5, sure. But if the Heat win this game, I'm gonna have to change my pick. I'll unfortunately have to change it. So we'll see though. We'll see what happens.
I also can see the Heat winning the next game.
Of course you did.
Surprise.
You kind of have to.